So a few weeks ago, I released a video on how to start the H145. Turns out, a real H145 pilot reached out to me and said, by the way, your master battery switch, no go. It's not operating properly. So I jumped on the H145 Discord server and I reached out to a gentleman named Mr. Chris. He is an actual engineer that works on the H145 aircraft and actually certifies them for flight. He was so kind enough to go ahead and make a video of every single switch on the overhead and how it works, specifically the master battery switch. Now, I looked high and low for this switch. He even gave me the part number. The problem is that these switches that are normally used in the aircraft, they usually double pull, double throw. They have a very wide footprint, so it interfere with the backlighting on the PCB boards. And we can't have that. So I found a switch that's gonna work, and it's gonna do the same exact operation. It's a very high quality Honeywell switch. I actually got it on eBay, but we have to make a slight modification. So I filed the switch down so that we can get the proper operation. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I did. Unfortunately, I took this whole switch apart. That's why you can see all these marks, because I took the whole thing apart, even drilled out the rivets to pull it apart, thinking it might be easier to file it. Definitely don't do that. I have another switch coming, but I'm going to show you the proper way to do this, an easy way that I found to do it because, well, I don't have 4 hands. So here's the Honeywell switch. Now here it is in the off position. This is technically the on position when we're lifting up and then dropping it into the center position, but the problem is we need to lift it up, go over the hump to go to the engage to let it snap back. Now in the real H145, you do not have to pull this switch up to go forward and then snap back. So I'm going to show you how I filed the profile so that you can get this switch to operate like this. So here we have a very cheap file. It's a needle file. Nothing fancy. I'll link it below. And so I have a piece of extruded aluminum that holds my overhead, and I put a bracket here temporarily, and what this does, this captures the top of this switch, which allows me to hold it down like this in this position, because otherwise I can't get my file in there. So when I pull this down, I can now get my file inside of here and file this profile. So what we're going to do is we're going to file this profile like this, okay? And it doesn't take much. So what we're doing is we're creating a nice little arc so that we don't have to step over that center piece. Okay, so now we take the switch out, we go to our center, and then we should just be able to push the switch like this and then let it go. As you notice, I didn't pull up. So now this functions just like the real H145. You would lift it up to go to the on position, and then you would snap to the engage position and then let it go. First and foremost, I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Chris on the H145 Discord server. You have been so helpful in giving us access to information about the H145 to allow sim builders like myself to make this almost as realistic as possible. The information you are providing for the community is absolutely incredible. I will put a link down to the Discord below. I want to invite you guys that are passionate about the H145 to come on in, learn more about this aircraft. It's absolutely incredible. It's a workhorse of a helicopter, and I think you'd have so much fun looking at the information that's in there. So if this information has been helpful to you, please like, subscribe, and go ahead and hit that bell notification icon and get notified of new videos, because I'm really trying to make this simulator as realistic as possible. Again, thanks so much for watching and have an awesome day.